All right. Good morning. Is it still morning in New York? Can I say that?
It's we got 11 minutes of morning left. So
All right.
you can say that.
All right. Usually it's afternoon in New York and morning in LA. So both nice and early this morning for a nice small slate.
Yeah, exactly. Good night last night. 6-1.
Yeah.
That was good. Everything was clicking. So that was nice. And most of those cashed pretty early. So that's even better.
It was beautiful. Even the one that lost, Jaden Ivey, he got off to it looked like he was pacing nicely at halftime, right? Didn't he have like 4 or 5 at half?
That's like the most frustrating thing when you're like your guy's pacing to break it in the second quarter and then you're sitting there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And you need a miracle.
Yeah. But 6-1's great and lots of other winners. So
yeah, we'll take it. All right. So like you said, 4 games tonight. I don't know. I'm not very excited about these games. I got to be honest. These are like ugly matchups. Very, for the most part, defensive. At least the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of history between these 2 teams this season so far.
No, it's weird. Right? I'm surprised Toronto and Washington haven't played yet this season, right? Or they played once.
No, I don't even think.
No, they haven't played, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know if any. I think the Pacers Spurs played, and that might be it. Did the Clippers, Warriors, but regardless, let's dive into it. All right, so we got the first game is the Raptors at the Wizards. Wizards are getting 2 points at home, which I think is generous, and the total is 222.5.
Matchup wise against Toronto, your best bet over the last month or so has been like combo guard, point guard. So with Morris out, this opens up a play for DeLon Wright, I think, here. So I like his points tonight. It's 8.5 points, minus 105. He's done this in 6 of 7, his last 6 of 7. Without Morris playing, he'll be playing point guard. I think it's pretty good bet right here.
Okay.
Increased minutes and whatnot, and so.
What other show out there is recommending DeLon Wright multiple games in a week?
Yeah.
That's excellent.
All right, that's all I had on. You have anything else on Washington?
No, I wanted to play. I wanted to play Beal assists. I thought Beal assists looked okay, but it's a little high, 6.5. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have anything that I was strong on there. Yeah. So let's go to the Raptors side. Yeah, did you have anything?
Yeah. So the nice matchup here is with your wing / shooting guard. It's Gary Trent.
Yep.
I like his points here. Is that where you're on?
Yeah.
14.5 points, 8 of 10 overall, averaging 17.7, 8 of 10 on the road, averaging 17.6. The guy's been playing well. Let's do it.
Yeah, you missed one, which was probably the most compelling. 22 out of 24 on 1-day rest.
Wow. Overall, whether home or away. If he's on 1-day rest, 22 of 24. Wow.
That's pretty good, right?
That is pretty good.
Shooters got to get their legs back. So, I like Gary Trent.
Yeah, and go ahead.
No, he's part of the don't pass, shoot every time I touch the ball club.
Yes.
So I get frustrated when I have other players and I have to watch Gary Trent jack up threes. But it's exciting when you got them. So, okay. What are we going to say?
And I know just the this position's averaging 23.5 points per game since February 1st. So at only 14.5 here, it's a great spot for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why it's discounted so much. I do think he's a better player at home than away. But it did seem a little discounted. Like this should be set at like 16.5 or
16, 17. Yeah. I mean, that's what you would see him at earlier in the season. So, but the minutes are not down. He's still playing the minutes. I mean, all the Toronto guys play minutes, right?
Yeah.
And 8 of 10 on the road. So,
let's do it.
Yep.
All right, cool. We got the Sixers at the Mavs. Mavs are -4, and the total's 227.5 in this game. I don't know if Embiid's playing or not playing. Do you know? He didn't play yesterday's game versus the Heat.
I have a feeling he's playing this game.
I think he probably has like a slight foot injury. and they decided to, he
hold him
wasn't
out on the
play.
first half of the back-to-back.
Yeah, he wasn't going to play back-to-back. So, yeah, he'll probably play, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. So on the against Philly, matchup to look at. So at both, forward positions, power or small forward, rebounds and assists, they're like one of the best matchups. The power forward averaging 8.5 rebounds and 4 assists per game. Small forward, 8.3 rebounds and 6 assists per game. So I don't have anyone for this here, but I just wanted to point it out. That's like Reggie Bullock, or I don't know. Dallas's rotations are so weird. I don't know. They're just their roster is just very weird.
Maxi Kleber's back. So does that push?
Oh yes. Okay.
Does that push Wood into the power forward position, or or is he still considered a center?
I mean, he would still be considered center. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. Do with that what you will. But the one I did like was Josh Green here, over 2.5 rebounds. Since Kyrie arrived, he's done this in 6 of 7 games since Kyrie's arrival, averaging 4 rebounds per game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a nice low number. Guys playing decent minutes for them. And it seems to be working since Kyrie's been in the rotation. So
yeah, I'm just looking at his minutes.
Yeah. While you do that,
I got it.
Going?
No. Yeah. I don't know what the last 2 games he's only played 16 and 22 minutes. Before that he was playing like 30. So, but still, in 22 minutes against the Pacers, he had 6 rebounds, and 16 minutes against the Lakers, he had 3 rebounds. So, fouls. Looks like he fouls a lot. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, they're bringing him in to defend like the opposing team's best player a lot of the time. So, some foul trouble comes along with that, I guess. On the Philly side, I like Embiid in this game. I hope he plays. I like his points, 29.5. He's done this in 8 of 10 on the road, averaging 32 points per game, and 9 of 10 on one-day rest on the road, averaging 33.5 points per game. And then he's very good with the 3-pointers when he's on the road. I think we mentioned this last week. 9 of his last 10 and 16 of his last 19 on the road, he's hit a 3. And 9 of his last 10 on one-day rest on the road. So it's a good spot. Maybe I was looking to put Embiid at like 25 points and add a 3 to it. That might be something nice to look at tonight. But yeah, I like both of those.
What about his rebounds? You think he's
so it's a great spot for rebounds. Big centers averaging 11.2 rebounds per game since the first. The away trends were just like too compelling, so I kind of I went there with the scoring as opposed to the rebounding.
Yeah. I mean,
I think he's better rebounding at home. If I recall, I did a lot of this prep last night. So
okay, all right. Yeah. So keep an eye on whether or not he plays. I do have a correlated play. Okay. So Tobias Harris is at 14.5 points. I think he's got a decent matchup here. But what I would say is, especially if Embiid gets ruled out, Tobias Harris is 11 of 13, crossing 14.5 points when Embiid doesn't play. 21 for 44 in games where Embiid does play. So he's about 50% when Embiid does play, and he's like 80-something% when Embiid doesn't play. So that is a good spot. I don't know. His line might bump up a little if Embiid does get ruled out. But again, let's go under the assumption that Embiid's playing. So I'll put this one to the side.
Yeah. And then just to point out, your backcourt guys have been very good against Dallas over the last month. Shooting guards averaging over 20 points per game, and point guards 21.3 points per game. So I think Maxey and Harden are good plays scoring wise in this game as well. You could dig into them a bit too.
Yeah, Maxey's been hot the last couple games, so that could be a good play. Yeah, I had another kind of weird one. Harden for one block is plus 160.
Okay.
So He's done this in 7 out of his last 10 games, which is an implied odds of minus 233. So you're getting a lot of good value. Again, it's a bit of a crapshoot, right?
Yeah.
It's like he either gets it or he doesn't. But for that odds, if you want to put a little something on that, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Let's move along.
All right. Pacers at the Spurs. Spurs are getting 5. Totals 238. This is a game that, it's probably your favorite one of the night. You always like the crappy teams.
Yeah, it was a little bit more. I'm like hesitant with the Spurs these days because like it just seems like they're in tank mode and guys are like minutes are weird and stuff like that, right? Like what was it? Sohan came out 4 minutes into the game last time.
Yeah,
right?
I texted you. I was like,
yeah,
what rotation do you have where you're like one of your best players comes out 4 minutes into the quarter, like with no foul trouble, no nothing? It's like
it's when you want to lose.
That does scream tanking.
Yes, for sure. So
yes,
I'm treading lightly there. Malachi's in a pretty good matchup. His position's averaging 20 points per game, 2.8 threes per game since February 1st. So somewhere to look possibly. Rebounds and assists for Keldon Johnson also, but no official plays. The one I was looking at.
Hold on. I have one Spurs related statistic.
Okay.
I thought I was seeing this wrong. The Spurs haven't played a home game since February 3rd.
Really?
They haven't played a game at home. I was looking at the stats and I thought like I had my away filter on.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
It didn't change.
It didn't change. Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't played at home since February 3rd. I don't know if they were doing construction at their arena or something was going on, but that's a long time to.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So guys like Zach Collins, who, started after Pirtle left, he's never even played a home game since then. So just keep that in mind tonight. These guys have been on the road for about a month, including the All-Star break. So they might be amped up to come home tonight. Interesting.
I like that. I actually don't really have anything on the Indiana side either. Naismith is in an incredible matchup. Your power forwards, 25 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, 2.3 threes per game. So it's in a great spot, but the guy's so up and down. I can't trust him here.
I did like his RA line at 4.5. It's pretty low. He's done this in 7 of the last 10 games. And if you're saying he's in a good matchup, this could be a good spot to pick
I'm on it. You found it. I wanted to bet him, and you found it. There we go.
And Halliburton's questionable for the game too, which is why some of the lines aren't out.
Yeah.
So that may help him. I don't know.
Yeah, I should point out, if Halliburton doesn't play, TJ McConnell is an incredible play in this game. He's done really well without Halliburton, and your point guard matchup is really good. So you'll get some discounted numbers on him, especially rebounds and assists. I wouldn't look for him, scoring as much, but point guards averaging 9 assists per game against San Antonio over the last month.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anybody else?
No, that's it.
I thought the line was kind of low too on that game. Spurs.
What is it?
Getting 5 points. I don't know. I mean, they are home. I don't know. And the Pacers. I don't know.
Pacers aren't that good.
Yeah, Pacers aren't that good. Never mind. All right. Clippers at the Warriors. Warriors are getting 4 points at home. Wiggins and Steph are still out. Totals 231.5. What do you like here?
All right. I like a few things here. So surprisingly, the Clippers, who were like very good defensively for quite a while, now have some like great matchups against them. So
because they added Westbrook. He's like he is like destroying that team like he did the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, almost every position, point guards, incredible matchup. Shooting guards, incredible matchup. Bigs, incredible matchup. So I like going back to Kevon Looney here. Bigs averaging 12 rebounds per game against the Clippers over the last month. His line's 10.5. He's done this in 6 of 7 and 7 of 10 overall, and his last 5 of 6 at home. It's a guy that I didn't think we'd be playing this much, but I think this is the third time in the last week. So I like that. Draymond's also in an incredible matchup, but couldn't find something for him. I think I like these Looney rebounds, but Draymond rebounds are also probably a good bet. Yeah,
that was my play.
Okay.
Draymond 7.5 rebounds. Listen to this: 8 out of 10 without Steph and Wiggins in the lineup.
Wow.
7 out of 7 without Steph and Wiggins in the lineup at home.
Wow.
Averaging 10.4. So,
all right, that's the play.
I think so, because I think I threw this out the other day. I do think when Draymond plays, he could steal some rebounds. I know the stats didn't say that, but logically,
it did last game that happened.
Yeah, it did happen.
Yeah,
Looney came under. So
yeah,
I kind of like Draymond in this game.
Yeah,
this will be a high energy game.
Okay. I'm into that. So I like your wing/shooting guards averaging 20 points per game since February 1st. So I like DiVincenzo here over 12.5 points. He's done this in his last 7 of 10. Also his last 7 of 10 at home. And over his last 5 home games, he's averaging 16 points per game.
What is his deal? How much is he playing? A lot? Oh, he's starting.
Yeah, with Steph out, he's been starting, and he's got some record. His like shooting percentage or 3-point percentage is like some historically high or something. I saw them interviewing him after the game the other night.
In the last, I don't know, in the month of February, he's shooting 50%.
Yeah, that's what it was. Maybe. Yeah.
And he shot 71% last game. So
wow.
What do you like on him?
Points, 12.5 points, 7 of 10 overall, 7 of 10 at home. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing big minutes the last 3 games. 35, 38, 33, scored 15, 21, 21. Yeah, I'd ride that hot hand if that's a good matchup.
Yep, for
sure. I like that a lot.
Yep. And then on the Clippers side, I have a few here. So centers, I like Zubac here, 8.5 rebounds. He's done this in his last 7 of 9 overall, and 5 straight games on the road, averaging 12.5 rebounds per game. And he only needs 8.5 here. So I like that. This one is, you looking at Zubac?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the impact of Plumlee on Zubac.
Yeah, that's the only.
Played 28 minutes last game and had 9 rebounds against Minnesota. So okay, seems okay.
All right, this one's kind of weird. So big/power forwards averaging 4.2 assists per game since February 1st. Marcus Morris over 1.5 assists is plus 175. He's done this in his last 7 of 9 on the road. And if you filter out games where he played under 18 minutes, he's done this in 7 straight road games.
Just any opportunity to play the Morris
I love guys. Those Morris twins. Yeah. Some hard-nosed players.
They call him senior. On the Clippers broadcast.
Marcus Morris Sr.
33-year-old senior.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 assists, you're saying, from Marcus Morris.
It's plus 175.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 straight games when he's played more than 18 minutes and 7 of 9 on the road. So, I mean, it's not like our pick of the day, but just I thought at those odds and that recent history, it's worth a call out here.
Yeah, I think we bucket that one with the Harden block. Put a little something on it.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I know you're just talking trash about Russ here, but I like him in this game. Combo/point guards, averaging 22 points per game since February 1st and 25 PR per game. So Russ is 15.5 points. He's done this in 2 of 3 since joining the Clippers. So I like that. It's also minus 105. And then his PR, 20.5. He's done that in all 3 games since joining the Clippers. And that's also minus 105.
Interesting.
Yeah. I got more.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Paul George, wings/small forwards, averaging 3.2 made threes per game. His line's 2.5. He's done this in 7 of his last 9 overall and 13 of his last 16 on 1-day rest.
Nice. Yeah, I liked him. He's been pretty hot of late too.
He has.
So.
He has. And then my last one, wing slash shooting guards, averaging a steal and a half per game since February 1st. So Norman Powell to get 1 steal, minus 130. He's done this in 7 of 10 overall, and his last 5 of 6 on the road.
Yeah. I was diving into. I like that a lot. I was diving into steals for this game because the Clippers in particular are atrocious. Listen to this: 14 steals allowed by the Clippers on average for the last 3 games.
Wow. So, dude, you have some great matchups here then. So combos / shooting guard for the Warriors is Ty Jerome, averaging 2 steals per game since February 1st. Forward / small forward, which is Wiggins, but he's out. I guess you could Kuminga would play there possibly. You could look at Clay there also, averaging a steal and a half per game.
Yeah.
And point guards averaging 2.3 steals per game. So I would look at Poole steals as well.
Poole wasn't available yet. That was the guy who I was kind of targeting.
Yeah.
But the third worst in the last 3 games, it goes Clippers, Minnesota, and Golden State. So Golden State's horrendous as well. That's why I like Powell. I like the Powell play there. I think that's a good one.
Kawhi's forward, small forward, steal and a half per game. So I would look at Kawhi also. His line's 1.5 though. I would rather him at 1 steal, not 2 steals.
Yeah.
But,
lots of opportunities for steals in this game. So
all right,
look at that. Okay, cool. Anything else?
That's it. I like these short slates. Very nice. So we'll get this up. We'll get the pod up soon. Get some picks up, and we got a free afternoon. What are you going to do with yourself?
I'll probably keep researching as more props come out.
There we go. Okay. All right. Nice work, Dave.
Okay. See ya.